Hello and welcome to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Nina Adio, a social media marketing expert specific to the wedding industry. On this show, I discuss tips to help you DIY your social media, as well as getting the confidence and income to outsource it. Thank you for allowing this episode to come through on your Bluetooth, your car radio, wherever it may be you're listening from today. Now, let's take your wedding business to the next level. Hello guys, and welcome back to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. This episode I'm actually recording from my car, because I guess that is the benefit of working remotely. While you have to take somebody to a doctor's appointment and you can't go inside or wait inside anymore, I can at least get some stuff done while I'm in the car. So that is what I am doing here today, and kind of just gonna do an on-the-fly episode. I mean, I normally do them on the fly anyway, but I have the multiple tabs open, on my computer right in front of me, where I can look at what the past episode was, look at what the questions I had submitted were, and things like that. So right now I'm looking at nothing but a lot full of cars, which is not particularly inspiring, but let me tell you what was inspiring, which made me think of today's topic. Every morning I'll kind of just do a check on all of the social media accounts that I'm running, just to see that they were messages and make sure I didn't miss anything that came in. And one thing I noticed was a competitor of one of the accounts I run did a post that was pretty much the same as a really popular post we had done. And sometimes when you see that, it's a little bit of like, it stings a bit. Then I feel really cool, because I'm like, ooh, they were trying to copy me. The ego gets involved. But then it still kind of can be annoying, right? It can kind of bother you. Even though, and I'm going to say it here right now, guys, being copied is the name of the game. It happens. And it's sometimes important. I mentioned in my episode about, I was talking about venues, and I'll look up when I have a multiple tab, I'll see which episode it was, but I was saying how, venues shop each other and they see what's being offered in the menu packages. That is a big part of what happens all the time. But for me, what drives me about that is being the one who people are copying, right? Like that is the goal. That is the goal. So today I kind of want to just do a chat about, sorting through what to do when people are copying what you're posting. And for people who are looking for inspiration, right? Because I look for inspiration online all the time, but here's what I don't do. I don't go on my competitors' pages looking for inspiration. I go to places that aren't wedding related. I take trends and twists. I take what's going on and what's being posted elsewhere. And then I prefer to then be the first applying it to weddings. Because first off, doing a trending TikTok audio or Instagram audio, that's not copying, okay? This example of what I saw and what gives you that feeling is when somebody pretty much does the exact same post as you. They just reword it. And, this particular example I'm thinking of was a text post, just reworded. But it happens all the time that I'll notice I start doing something for one of my clients. And I don't mean this egotistically. This is just a matter of fact that will happen to anybody who is doing consistent social media with positive results. That you start doing it and then people start to take notice and do it themselves. So a way to work around that is by taking inspiration somewhere else. I happen to find that real estate is a great place where I get inspiration for weddings. Also, you could look into other elements of hospitality like hotels, honeymoons, vacations, and it won't be somebody already doing the wedding take, and you can bring that fresh new wedding take while still getting some inspiration. But what I also wanted to get into with this episode, and this will be a shorter episode because, like I mentioned, I'm just in the car watching this guy back into a spot. I don't have any notes with me, but that doesn't mean there's not value here, because there is. It just means I'm not going to be rephrasing it in 1,000 ways. But when somebody copies you, if it's not a direct copy paste, I don't message these people being like, hey, you copied me. I just take it for what it is. It means that I'm somebody to watch, or your account is somebody to watch if somebody is trying to replicate what you're doing. And what you have to do is you have to trust that you are in it for the long haul. Okay, you are the expert. You are the one to watch, the one to beat, and you have to just keep doing what you're doing. You can't let people copying you stop you. All you can do is keep being you and keep coming up with your ideas. Because what happens is, as you stay in your business, you're going to realize this: people come and go all the time. All the time. Some of them come and they stay in business forever. Some of them come and they're never posting again, and they're gone a month later. They just disappear, and you wonder for the rest of your life, what the hell happened to this girl who came on, followed all my followers, and copied all my stuff? I have someone who I do wonder about, but so you can't get caught up in it. You have to just let it fuel you and inspire you. And what I really want to reiterate here is that copying, and I'm not talking about, when somebody directly plagiarizes you, like that is wrong 1,000% and not to be expected. But copying in the sense where, let's say you start doing a post for all your newly engaged couples with a certain type of verbiage and graphic, and then you notice other professionals in your field are doing the same concept. All right, that's gonna happen. It's kind of the name of the game. People are constantly taking inspiration from what their direct competitors are doing. And it's just something that you have to know is going to happen. It's the same as with what you're offering with your service. Let's say there's a photo booth company who starts using a 360-degree photo booth. You may then look to get one yourself. It's all the nature of competition. But what I think I like to stress about it is that I let it inspire me. If somebody's watching what I'm posting for a client and they're wanting to do what they're doing, that means they're in a position of power. I put them in the place where people are looking to them to be an authority. And that's what I want you to remember when people are taking inspiration from what you do. It's impossible to block all your competitors. It's just never going to happen. I wouldn't even recommend it. I don't think I've ever done that. It's just the nature of the business that people will do that. But like I said, if you don't want to do that, there's so many different places you can get inspiration. Speaking of, on September 14th, I'm doing a live paid workshop with Carissa Kruse Weddings. Right now, you can get it for the intro early bird price of $37. And she will be going through her content strategy, as well as ways you can get content that is not going to take you, hours upon hours to create. And she'll be talking about that. I'll be talking about the engagement end of it. So if you want to sign up for that, I'm going to have it linked in the show notes. It is called the Engage to Engagement Workshop in 10 minutes a day, because I have streamlined my strategy so much that I can do it in 10 minutes a day. And she has streamlined her content creation so much that she set it up for you and presented it in a way where you can do it 10 minutes a day. So that will be really helpful, because you're getting inspiration from a source that's meant to give you inspiration. It's not from taking from somebody else. It's from being taught, being a student, and learning. And as you practice that way, you're going to learn to find your voice and do it for yourself. So that is the nature of the beast. But feel good, guys, that you are the one that everybody wants to be. You know, I was reading this book, Monster of Bones, I believe it's about discovering the T-Rex, and they were talking about it on this podcast I listened to called the I Know Dino podcast. And when Barnum Brown discovered the first T-Rex fossil, it was obviously the biggest deal and the biggest dinosaur news, and everybody wanted to find something like the T-Rex. So you're the T-Rex, right? You know, if somebody's copying you, you're the T-Rex. They want to be you. So just be the T-Rex, you know? That's where you want to be. It's just validation that you're in that position of power. You're the freaking T-Rex. So thanks for listening today, guys. This is part of my 30 days of podcasting. We're at day 16. Pretty excited about it. And don't forget about the workshop, September 14th. The link to purchase the ticket will be in the show notes. And I am going to see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I won't be recording from my car, but you never know. Bye-bye.